Oh my god, what? Guess what? We've got some fun here today. Yes, we do. No, we don't. Right, it's the next grinding thing. Oh. Anyway, this one is kind of necessary because, as I revealed last time, it is time for us to go catch a god-forsaken barboach. Um, Now, I know it seems like an odd choice having a barboach. Why would you want a barboach? You don't like Wizcash. Wizcash is Satan. It's like, yes, it is. But kind of the whole premise of this fucking challenge I decided to undertake is that I use things that I want to use. And it's sort of like I when I set out to make the team or my final team, because it's like most of this shit is by the seat of my pants. It's sort of like it had to obviously have all the HM moves accessible by all Pokemon. Like that was pretty much the only stipulation of it, and the rest of it was just like, I just want to use shit. So, I go and get some fun stuff, and hopefully it's fun, and we will have a great time. I will spoil. I actually do get pretty lucky with Barboaches, to be fair. The game does decide to slap me in the balls a little bit because pretty soon, I don't know, I think it's probably about 20 minutes into when I was grinding. Obviously, this is sped up times 4. I'm not going to force you to watch 2 hours of pissing around. But, yeah, I actually managed to fucking get a level 25 Magikarp, which, as I'm sure you can imagine, broke my soul. Because, guard spec there, by the way. There you go. Now, because, as I said, well, there's a level 20. That level 19 Magikarp would probably be perfectly serviceable. One rare candy, well, hey, you've got a Gyarados with Bite or Dragon Rage, whatever it is that gets to level 20. And suddenly that fucker's usable. But I don't want a Gyarados because it's not boring, because, yeah, there's a level 19 for you, I get loads of them. It's not boring, but it's not, I don't know, it's certainly not boring, but it's not interesting, it's not weird and out there. It's like a fucking Barboach, that's mad. That's madness. Why would you subject yourself to a Barboach? So that's kind of why I've gone with it. Just because it's there and it's like, well, I don't know. And again, the plan was to use basically a Gyarados right from the start, as I said before, like get a level 15 Magikarp and then grind it up as I go between, basically the Rock Gym and the Grass Gym. But obviously that didn't pan out because Magikarp's ability to level up is so unbelievably slow. It's not even worth the time. Gyarados would probably have the same problem, it just wouldn't level up fast enough, and it's like, I kind of need a happy medium here of something with the power of a Norse god, and something that can actually be the level it needs to be a Norse god. In that respect, Barboach kind of fits the bill. He's like, one of the great things about Barboach and Wizcash in general, like Licky Licky, my favourite lad, is that they've just got really good move pools in general. Like, Wizcash can get Surf and Waterfall, which there's your 25 Magikarp, and yeah, there's me, because it destroyed my soul. It made me very fucking sad, alright? I wasn't best pleased. But yeah, it's like, he does have a really good move pool. He gets, like Magnitude, Water Pulse, the Water Gun for piss away, let's grind shit moves. Mud Bomb. EQ standard at level 42 for Wizcash, which is pretty good. I mean, by the Elite Four, I think I'm going to need to be hitting like 50s, like 50, 55. So, that's pretty grand. I'm okay with that. I can get behind that as a, sort of a level cap. But it does learn a lot of good stuff in between there, and it has, like I say, a pretty decent move pool. I mean, alright, it's a very one-trick pony kind of thing, but it gets stab moves, and stab moves are good. So, there you have it. It also does get Ice Beam. I think I get Ice Beam at some point very late on in the run, so that's another thing it can do. But yeah, it's sort of like, it makes a decent bit of sense. You could also quite simply say, well, why don't you just go get a Shellos? You could get Shellos way fucking earlier than Whiscash. But it's sort of like, since it shows up so much earlier, it kind of strikes me as, it's a bit boring, it's a bit lame. I don't think it gets Earthquake as standard. I think its move pool is a little bit worse. I mean, you can TM it so that you reach that sort of same point. I also can't remember if it gets Waterfall or not. I'd say it probably does, but yeah. So that's kind of why we're going with old Mr. Bean, just because it's out there. It's a bit funky. It's like, why not? Let's give him a roll in the hay, see how he does. Probably piss me off, and I'll hate him all over again. And you know, a few of you were like, well, I hope this is hard because we love watching you rage. And it's like, well, then this should provide plenty of pain and suffering, shouldn't it? Really? Let's face it, I'm basically offering Mr. Bean to kick me in the balls many, many times. So, yeah. But as I say, I did get pretty lucky with Barboach because I don't get a 25, but I do get a 24. And I saw that, and I was like, yeah, I'm in that, don't care. Like, I could certainly wait for a 25, but even I'm not that patient. Like, if the game's going to give me some kind of backhanded, oh, here you go then, you wanted a level 25 Barboach, have a 24, I'm not going to fight the game. Alright, the game's going to give me enough shit, believe me. So, I was like, yeah, let's just take it, let's not look this gift whore in the mouth, let's just go. So, yeah. Anyway, so that is one of, once Barboach is caught, I don't think it's too far in. Like I say, I think I managed to get it in about 50 minutes, which, considering I'm the guy who spent 3 clitting hours grinding for a level 15 Magikarp for it to be shit, it's surprisingly good. I'll take it. It's not the end of the world. Actually, it might have been less than that. It might have been like half an hour, 40 minutes, which, again, it's like, what the fuck? I suppose the game's just, you know, it's understood that I'm offering my balls, and it's like, well, okay, then I will take the easy swing. So have your Barboach. But yeah, after that, we got to go do a bit of item grinding, because there's something very specific I need for the party member that comes after this, and you will most certainly be able to guess it when I start going for it. Because I believe I said that it was a thief item. So yeah, you'll be able to spot it. And then after that, yeah, there you go, 24 Barboach. And I was like, oh, yay! You have no idea, man. Alright, fucking grind. The levels for fishing are so otherworldly. There you go, you see, look at that, in one go as well. Ah, I was so happy back then. Sorry, this is recorded. I think I'm a few episodes ahead, no, a couple of episodes ahead before I'm recording this narration. Yeah, I'm not even going to say anything. There's no point. There's no point, but it hurts my soul. Anyway, I come up with the most appropriate name that I can see because I saw it in the comments, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, this seems about right. So, yeah, I've called him Gwaff in honor of the big trolly bastard who, tends to get on my boobles. So there you go, Gwaff. You have the honor of being Mr. Bean. I hope that is satisfactory for you. Anyway, things that need doing, really. I believe I go and grind... what am I doing here? I don't even know what I'm doing. I know I gotta... Oh, no, that's right. I get rid of Siegelman's Astonishes because I need to teach it Thief. Which is actually it's pretty good. I can't really argue with that. Like, you get a nice little bit of experience off of Ghastlies. Not an awful lot, but, you know, it'll fucking do. I'm not going to argue it's something that I can kill with Astonish. You know, it's worth every bit of... Well, yeah, it's worth its weight in gold if I can kill it with an Astonish. What a terrible fucking move. Honestly. What? Oh, that's right. I used up the last of my Astonishes and I was just trying to get to 29. Yeah, fair. I don't necessarily need Bite that much anymore. Like, I'll keep a hold of it because it's handy. It's a perfectly good move. But... yeah. Anyway, now comes the really fun bit. We have to try and, we have to figure out how exactly we'd like to get, Gwaff up levels. Now, one good thing we can do is, I don't know if I pointed it out or not, but basically, north of the town, or the next town we're going to, where you get defog, there's grass filled with chansies, and chansies are probably the best experience I'm going to be getting for a good fucking while. Now, the grass is also full of all kinds of other horrible things, but chansies are at least good for experience. So it's like, yeah, I'll take it. Which is, it's kind of the plan of what we're going to do. I have no idea why I'm sitting there. I was dicking around with music and looking at things. I believe I'm probably looking up what exactly I needed to thief, or what I was going to thief from. Or I went off and made coffee and, I don't know, had a wank, I don't know. But I ain't cutting it out because I'm recording this now, so sod you. You can sit there and you can watch it. Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. So now that we've got Guath, it's just go thief the Evo item I need. And then go grind up fucking Guath a bit, and then we'll call it a day. So yeah, that's why this is half an hour, because this shit gets long. But still, I don't really like doing that many grindy things, but it's like, the way I look at it, I kind of have to do a lot of grindy things, because if you want to look at it from a certain point of view, it's like, alright, even if I fucking get Guath up to 30, which is where I need him to be for him to achieve anything at all, because he's so miserably shit as a Barboach is worthless. You could argue Mr. Bean is also worthless, but Barboach is literally next to point. It doesn't do anything. It has base 40 stats across the board. It's so miserably pathetic. I'd probably rather have a magic up. Probably. It's just so shit. But there you go. You know, we've done it now. What am I doing? Come on, me! Doesn't take 8 minutes to go make a cup of coffee. Christ. Oh dear. Yeah, his sister probably came home or something. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it's like, the way I look at it, depending on how things play out for me, because the next 2 party members are pretty close together, so if I can luck out on that, then I can grind them up in tandem, so that's not too bad. But after that, in fact, the next 2 party members after that also come in tandem. So in theory, I can grind those up as well. And the next party member is trade Evo, and the last party member is trade Evo. So that's cool. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. That's about it. But it's like, realistically, at a minimum, I'm looking at 2 grind sessions. Then another one fairly close. So there you go. It's like I say, it's not the most interesting thing in the world. In fact, for the next one, I might see if I can grab the Robotnik Bun and see if I can do a dual com with him, because he has been saying he wanted to talk about Sun and Moon for a while. So might see if I can wrangle him and we can have a bit of a natter, about Sun and Moon, because it is slowly approaching us. It's gonna land in, well, the 24th, and it is currently the 2nd, just to date the shit out of this. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm certainly looking forward to a nice change of pace. And fortunately for me, I believe it comes out the day I go on my 10 days, which is pretty fucking saucy, I must say. But yeah, it's like, once that comes out and once Showdown sorts itself out, then it's like, I'm just gonna fucking start, like, you know, doing that, try mixing some other stuff, because Killing Floor's coming out as well, as I've said many a time. I'm interested to see how well that's gonna pan out, to be honest. But yeah, so I'm probably gonna do some stuff with that with my mate Ross, because we play it a lot. And then other than that, it's like, I'm just going to try and get rid of all my LPs, because I do have some things planned. Well, I say, actually, to be fair, no, this is the last planned thing I've actually got. After this, it's pretty much like, Phoenix Wright was just a spur of the moment. I saw it on the eShop, and I was like, yes, having that. So, that's already done. I just got to upload that shit. But you know, there is still loads of stuff in my backlog of games that I want to do. I don't know though. It's a bit tricky because it's like one of the ones that I kind of have a hankering of because people do love me dispensing bile, and I can think of a very simple, cheap, and easy bile dispenser is Final Fantasy 13. I would have to go off and buy Final Fantasy 13 2 and 3, which kind of just rends my soul and is just asunder, basically. But I don't know. It's something to moan at. Although Final Fantasy 13 moaning isn't going to get me very far. Like, boredom will set in before anger can captivate me, I'll tell you that. Because fucking Christ, that game. But yeah, I got those 3 to do. I got the Darkness 1 and 2 to redo. Which is there, I suppose. What else have we got? Because I don't really need to pay attention to the screen anymore. If you've seen that I'm fucking thieving I'm thieving Bronze Lords, you can probably guess what it is if you go take 5 seconds on Cerebi. It's a metal coat, and then from that you can generally guess what it is we're going to be getting next. Because it's not an Onyx. It ain't no Onyx, so there you have it. I swear I had a Word document with things in it. Where is my Word document? There you go. What do I have? What we got? We got the Darkness 2. Oh, Turning Point, Fall of Liberty. I could probably shit that out in about 5 minutes. That would not take long at all. That's just a drunken night, considering how fucking crap that game was. Well, I say crap. It was serviceable. I just didn't like it that much. It's all console stuff. I haven't fucking recorded my Xbox One yet, and my sister's still got my 360. It's all 360 games. I'm not going to do any FIFA. I keep going back and forth on whether I want to do FIFA or not, but it's like, at the end of the day, you have to edit like the episodes down, because otherwise it's just 20 minutes of gameplay that's kind of boring and stodgy, and it's like, I would want to edit it down, but then it's also like, I prefer doing things like this. I'm not really in a editing mindset because FIFA videos just don't captivate me. Like, I enjoy watching them and I appreciate the effort that goes into them, but that doesn't mean I want to do it. So yeah, I'm probably not going to do any FIFA this year. I don't know, I guess maybe next year. We'll see where I am. It's all just kind of dependent on where I am at a certain point in time when it comes out, so... But yeah, I don't know, like I say, the Darkness 2 and Turning Point Fall of Liberty could certainly be destroyed pretty quickly. Final Fantasy, fucking hell, man. That content would last me for like 2 bloody years. I know Guaf was interested in Final Fantasy, because he loves watching me be in pain, and he would probably have a great fucking time with that. And yeah, Final Fantasy 13, 2 and 3, there's certainly, like... the games are of a actual general better quality, but the story's so miserably awful that it's like, there's enough to mine out of that. I could certainly get somewhere with that, so that's one reason to do it. Also, thanks Bronzors for making me waste a fucking ether on bloody Thief. I only need it for this, that's it, you stingy fucks. And look, then straight away, it's like, oh yeah, wasted something, here you go. Fucker. So, yeah, basically. Oh, and then like I'm just gonna go take Badu, and we're just gonna go fucking grind some shit just to cap it off. I go train in that first cave just kind of because I need to get Badu back to decent health. And Absorb's so weak and pointless, it's just gonna fucking die to anything in any level 20 Geodudes anyway. So, figure this is probably the smarter way to go about it. Like I say, it's pissing in the wind, but well, I think we get an extra level out of it. Doesn't really do all that much, but you know, it's the little things. It's the little things. And Onyxes give good XP, so what do you want? Yeah, I don't really know what I'd like to do next, to be honest. I suppose I could do a fucking cheeky LP of Sun and Moon, but then it's like the way I play Pokemon is kind of dreary and boring. I don't tend to get a nice rounded team like I'm trying to do in this. That's kind of why I'm doing it in this LP, because what I tend to do is just do the standard like fucking 5-year-old way of I will take my starter and I will get them, I will solely use them, and then they will be level 90 and they will obliterate everything. Like, I might catch some other shit on the side, but really, it's not that bothered. And as far as I can tell, I don't plan on fucking doing anything major breeding wise. Like, I do have the shit for breeding on X and Y, but I don't know. I'm not even entirely sure my Ditto would get through even if I went and got Pokebank. I can't remember if it was fine with it. I don't know if they're going to update their hack checking, which I don't know how you would, because, well, I don't know, unless you invent another arbitrary value, but then, well, people data mine their fucking demo within 5 hours of it coming out, basically obliterated it and took it apart, so I can't imagine it's going to make all that much difference. Like I say, I really don't know what they can do, because you can just make the Pokemon to such a good degree now that no game can check it, like, unless they actually, like, can somehow hack-proof their games, which seems kind of beyond them. They don't seem to be able to do it. I don't know what you would do, though. Like, it's kind of tricky, isn't it, really? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of bizarre. Like, unless... I don't know enough about the data mining process. It's like, unless it's all in, like, a debug menu. If you could get if you had some kind of access thing for a debug menu, but even then it's like, well, people will find a way, basically. Mental psychos will find a way, because they do. So, there you go. That's about it, I guess. But yeah, it is just, well, I think, like, I'm not interested. Oh, this is me actually checking to see if Badew's cut is actually worth anything, and no. No, it is not, because why? It's so miserably pathetic. Ho hum. But yeah, I don't really know if I'd want to do any breeding with it at all. Like, at one point I was really into it, and it is something to do, considering the amount of time I spend on my ass just watching anime or whatever. It is kind of nice to have just something, you know, you're accomplishing something in the background, but it's like, I'd quite like to do Terry's Gauntlet again, but my problem with Terry's Gauntlet, after doing it twice, and, well, I failed. I can't actually, did I even fucking finish the second one? I don't think I did. I think I was gonna, and then I was like, you know what, I can't be bothered. I don't remember. As far as did I try? I can't remember. I know that I failed the first one. I literally cannot recollect what happened with the second one, because I got so fucking bored. That was many moons ago now. Christ. Oh, yeah, wasn't that fun? But yeah, it's like, I like the concept of Terry's Gauntlet, and I'd be perfectly happy to do it on Showdown, but when you do it on a Showdown, it kind of loses something in translation, if you like, because part of the whole thing with Terry's Gauntlet is it's like, well, one of the things that's good about breeding Pokemon is you get a certain sense of value from it. It's like, well, I put X amount of time in to get this box of pixels and numbers. I suddenly give slightly more of a shit. But it's like, well, when you can just tap shit into, you know, on your screen and you get everything you want, it's like, well, suddenly it doesn't mean as much. You've lost something. It's kind of one of the reasons why I kind of wish people would stop data mining the games, but as long as people want the information, which they always will, well, that's never going to happen, is it? Although I've heard they're going to make mainstream games for the Switch, which is like, why can't Nintendo marketing people just, like, the fucking concept names are always so much better than the actual names they come up. The NX sounds fucking cool. Why don't you stick with that, you blithering idiot? It's like when they changed the Revolution to the Wii. What is wrong with you people? Oh, dear. But yeah, it's like I heard they're going to be making some stuff for the Switch, so that might solve the problem. Because I don't know if you're going to be able to hack the Switch. I don't know what it's going to be like. But well, actually, it's probably going to use an SD card, isn't it? Yeah, I'll probably fuck it over. But either way, I don't even know where I was going with that. Sorry, I completely lost track of it now. Yeah, but yeah, you lose a certain something when you can just sort of go clickety clack. Oh look, I made this set. Let's go do it, and then you can just do it. Like there's no pomp and circumstance, which is kind of what I want out of Terry's Gauntlet, because it's kind of part of the fun of it. It's like, is this silly thing actually going to get anything done? And then when it does, it survives, and because it's part of the game and it's something you worked for, it has a bit more emphasis behind it. So yeah. But I could do it on Showdown, although I would probably want to make my own layouts for it and, jazz it up a little bit, because otherwise it's just going to be really dull and crap. Well, not crap, because I use dumb shit all the time and you people seem to fucking like it for some reason, but it would lose something. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Setbox as well. It's like Setbox. It was also a perfectly good idea, but it's like it kind of loses something again where you can just go, boop, 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 here's a Pokemon, bang, there you go. Like, that's kind of one of the fun things when you've just got loads and loads and loads of Pokemon. Although on the other hand, with Setbox, I did actually hack all of them, but there's still something about it just being on the game and me looking through the box and just picking out random shit. So, there you go. Yeah, there was some good ideas in there, I suppose. Things to think about. I wouldn't mind reviving one of them, but breeding for them, no. Like, again, it's like, because most of the sets are so dumb anyway, I'm never going to use them again, ever, realistically. So it's like, what's the fucking point? There is no point. I suppose the only other thing that I can really think of that's kind of interesting that I'm also looking forward to along with Sun and Moon is I could have sworn that they said that you're going to be able to transport Pokemon from their Gen 1 remakes over the 7th Gen. Oh god, 7th Gen. That's weird. That's going to take time to get used to. Suppose I'll have 3 years to do it if the fucking development cycle takes as long as this one. But yeah, that actually could be pretty cool, because there's some weird shit in Gen 1. Very weird shit, so you never know, you might actually get some pretty neat stuff out of that. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but although the thought springs to mind of pretty much like Nidoking had the move pool of gods and could get like 3 1-8 KO moves, so of course you can't use that. In competitive play, but there is dumb shit like that sprinkled around everywhere, so that could be pretty cool. I don't know, see how it goes, I guess, but yeah. I think the only problem is you are going to have to trade it off against, well, there's going to be no... How are you going to work out abilities? That's going to be weird. Not sure how that's going to pan out. But it does mean you're going to have to sacrifice, A, the hidden ability of whatever you're bringing over, and B, well... I don't know, it's just basically, fuck you, Cricketot, you piece of shit. Like, there are an awful lot of egg moves that you're not going to get, so... But I do wonder if anything will actually come of it. You never know. It could be cool. It could be cool. Anyway, we are finally coming to the end of this, because Bidew's basically fucked. Did alright though, got to level 19. So I have no idea why. I think I was either drunk or not paying attention. You need a certain amount of nows to get through this, so, yeah. Because grinding sessions are not the most fun thing in the world, but yes, yay, I will go and I will try and dig out the Robotnik, and we'll have a natter about Sun and Moon. We'll see how we go. I suppose on an ending note, I'm surprised that they haven't actually bothered to reveal what Dugtrio's type is yet, considering it's in the fucking demo. Wonder who left that one in. You blithering idiots. Unless you did leave it in intentionally. I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued to see what that's going to be. Because that could be cool. And I'm still holding out hope for something. Anything, please, just give me a Dragonite for God's sake. Or an Arcanine. I suppose both would do. Anyway, we're done, so yeah, see you in a bit. Peace.